I went back and I looked. 1929, which is what replaced, which was 2231 replaced, at least in terms of the missile technology. UNSCR 1929, number 9, and it says, this is quote, decides that Iran shall not undertake any activity related to ballistic missiles capable of delivering nuclear weapons, including launches using ballistic missile technology. 2231, which replaced it and enshrined the Iran deal, says Iran is called upon not to undertake any activity related to ballistic missiles designed to be capable of delivering nuclear weapons, including launches using such ballistic missile technology. How is it that you can have any kind of a logical disagreement with what Ambassador Churkin said? You have shall not and then is called upon, and as Ambassador Churkin said, you can't violate a call. You can ignore it, but it's not a violation.
Again, I'm not going to get into a rhetorical debate about
you're going to
violate
have to,
or not violate.
because if you're going to push this at the Security Council, you're going to have to convince people like the Russians and the Chinese and others that they're wrong and your interpretation is right. And if you can't do that, then you're going to lose. You're not going to be able to get anything through the Security Council.
We're comfortable we have a strong case.
Well, no one else. These
launches are clearly in defiance of that resolution. There's no question about it.
Hold on. Is there a distinction here between what you're saying and what Arshad's question? And not in keeping with. Seems to me you think it's a violation still, but I don't know. Maybe
we believe that their activity, and even you admitted, is not consistent with what they are called upon to do in the resolution.
Right, but
therefore, we believe, and since we now determined that these launches did occur with ballistic missile technology that they shouldn't be testing, we believe that it's important for the Council to take this up. And the Council can have this discussion about whether it was technically a violation or not. As I was speaking last week, I didn't know whether we couldn't even confirm that the launches occurred. So we'll have the Council take it up.
So, in other words, the U.S. is not taking a position now whether Iran violated the
We are certainly
the
taking a position that these actions are against the obligations that they have.
Does that mean violate?
I'm not going to get into the technical definition of violate. Clearly, what they've done here is in defiance of their obligations under that resolution, and we believe the Council should take it up.
But the thing is that it does not seem to be an obligation. You're just calling on them not to. So that's like saying, Iran, it would be really nice if you didn't do this.
So the counter argument would be that we just ignore it?
No.
We want to have it taken up inside the House.
I'm not trying to make a counter argument, and it's not me who you need to convince about this.
Apparently
whether I think Iran has violated the resolution or not is completely immaterial to what the argument is being made on the other side.
We believe that based on what they've done, there is a case to be made in the Council that they are not in compliance with their obligations under that resolution.
Okay, and is it your position then that they violated the resolution and should be subject to additional sanctions?
That is a matter for the Council to take up.
I'm not asking what the Council thinks. I'm asking what the U.S.
I'm not going to get ahead of the report that we're going to file. We haven't done that yet. Okay, so let's let that happen. Let's let that happen.
Later this afternoon, I can come back and
then we can talk about the details
of
what's in our report.
How can you make a case that the negotiators, the U.S. negotiators at the UN, in changing the accepting a change in the language from the very straightforward "shall not undertake" to "is called upon not to undertake"? How do you make the case that wasn't a concession?
Because I wasn't in the room when that was negotiated, Matt. I don't know what went into the actual drafting of the language, but I mean, I get the utility of a rhetorical exercise here to try to parse out the language, and I agree with Arshad. Frankly, that language does matter, but there's no question when you look at the language as written, what they've done definitely defies the obligation that they have under the resolution, and that's why we think the council should bring it
Except
up.
that-
And I can't speak to
Where does the
how
word,
that
where
language
does the
was
obligation,
derived.
okay, where do you get the word obligation from, or obliged? Iran is obliged, or Iran is obligated. From 2231, I don't see that, how that.
Calls upon Iran not to undertake any launches of ballistic missiles designed to be capable of delivering
But
a nuclear weapon.
calls
If
upon.
I call upon you to stop asking me these questions,
And
wouldn't
that doesn't work,
wouldn't-
does it?
It's true. It's true. That never does work.
It has zero effect.
So you are in violation of my call. No, but if I
no,
call
Robert.
upon you to do something or not do something, I'm clearly stating an intent of the international community
yeah,
for
but
you
you would
to
like.
not
It's
to do
something that
something,
you
to
would-
comply or not
But
comply.
you would, but it's something.
And
that you
once
would
again,
like.
you are not complying.
Yes, but you would like to see it happen, not something that is.
Let's let the
punishable
report
by
go
the-
up to the council, and we'll go from there, guys.
Obviously, we're
Pam,
not